Boxbox and Chris Ramsay. I'm on. A couple of things have happened in our absence. It appears that Box has closed out a little bit of that lead. So Chris still with a 1-point lead, and they are on the 3-minute portion at the moment.
Yeah, welcome back, first of all. But yeah, this match is pretty much what it was advertised to be. Dead even, and it seems like it's a tale of Boxbox managing his time and Chris managing to not blunder 5 times after he blunders once.
Right. Yeah, Chris, I mean, we were discussing that during the break. Chris plays very, very well, but when he blunders, when he makes that initial mistake, he tends to collapse pretty quickly. So it's all about avoiding that, as you say. We have a Scotch here. Chris with the white pieces. Box has done a better job managing his time. He's managed to speed up in the 3-minute portion. He needs to keep that going to the bullet, which I'm pretty concerned about from his end.
Right. But sometimes, I can even relate this to myself. Like, I might be a more than capable bullet player, but in Blitz, just play so slowly because I'm confident in my bullet skills. So we could see just out of the blue, Boxbox just bring out some bullet madness that we didn't know he had.
Yeah, I mean, Alex and Samay were pretty impressive.
I agree.
To this end, they really. I was not expecting them to play, both of them to play as fast as they did.
Yep,
but they really outdid themselves.
We have the classic here, bishop pair, and I mean, wasn't it Samay who was like, yeah, bishop pair doesn't matter at my level. Well, if it doesn't matter at his level, I wonder what it means at this level.
Yeah, no, it's some sort of ethereal concept. Ooh, walking right into queen takes d5, which would win on the spot, because the rook and the bishop isn't. Box has been making a lot of blunders too, sort of uncharacteristically. He usually sees the one move stuff, right? But maybe that increased time control making him a little bit nervous.
And I think, if we see bishop b6 and bishop a6, there might be some type of counterplay there, but when your rook and your bishop are attacked, I feel like you're going to lose the piece just instinctively. That's what you want to do.
Well, at least he gives it up for a pawn, although the F file being opened, not sure who that benefits. That could actually work against black here. For some reason, I have this very irrational fear that Chris is going to play like e6 and blunder his queen. I feel like something might happen in that lateral relationship between the queens. I guess not.
That story is not over yet.
Right. Act 2 is yet to be written.
Right.
Okay.
Queen
takes d7
is solid. Okay, but this is only step 1 of your play right here, because now queen b5, bishop moves, e6 is more likely.
Right. No, he actually the bloodthirsty queen vacuuming up all the pawns. Rook takes f3. Chris likes taking with pawns. Oh, but he takes the rook here.
Resisting temptation, no doubt.
Oh, now e6 is even more tempting, but it doesn't blunder the queen anymore.
Of course he finds it.
Of course he sees it. He's basically a god. Now watch him move his queen back to the 5th rank.
Yeah, just for no reason. So rook here, and honestly,
queen a5.
Yeah, gobble the pawns. Rook d4, queen a7. Just eats more pawns.
I just want to see a Botez gambit.
Queen c5, protecting the pawn, attacking.
Right, and attacking the rook and attacking the other pawn in a7, even though it was already attacked. He was attacking it from a different angle.
And it attacks the queen.
Right. It's a fork.
Unfortunately, the closest thing to a blunder like that have been our jokes, because Chris is putting on a stellar performance here.
He really is. He's playing carefully. He's managing his time well. He's seeing tactics. It's been, we've been joking around, but it has been a pretty impressive showing by Chris.
He needs a move right now, and hey, it's been working for him. He has been gobbling every single pawn.
Gobble, gobble. And rook f1. Cold-blooded, just taking the rook and covering the check.
Yeah, that queen from a7 doing work. guarding the checking diagonal as well.
And immediately queen d7. I mean, queen c5 check exists, which Box sees.
Huge move. Both guys playing so well.
Incredibly. Okay, now the back rank is a little bit concerning. But there's no reason that Chris would move his rook away from f1. Queen d8 and bishop d6 would be winning.
Yeah, I could see.
Oh, this might be a time scramble. 25 seconds now. He sees bishop d6. I will be stunned. Rook d1, he does move his rook out.
There's big back rank energy here.
Yeah, it's just the position is screaming, just back rank mate. Oh, now he plays queen d5. Maybe you can try the distraction tactic.
Yeah.
Box is probably in a stupor though. He's like, what? Oh, he's got 8 seconds.
Damn.
Okay, now he's got to start rook d. If he plays, okay, now he's going to start pushing his pawn.
Boxbox can pre-move pretty quick when it comes down to it.
There's your answer.
I haven't seen Chris's, so.
Wow, Box is doing a good job here. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, no, that's
ay, ay, ay. Oh, move. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, no. How many maiden ones? How many? Just everything.
Oh my God. I cannot believe what I just saw. Box did a great job pre-moving king g4, king h4. Chris, but no, given how stoic Chris is, he probably just took a drink of water and just said, all right, we're moving on.
Exactly.
Something's going on in the rematches again.
Well, we have to just make sure that they're playing each other, first of all.
Right, and not John 54 from Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Like,
and the winner of the match is Shekar 666.
Oh yeah, bring back Shekar. Shekar Mamediarov.
And this is an interesting opening that they're actually revolutionizing. I mean, you called it a scotch, but it's a few things at once.
They've literally followed the same line twice. It's like Karpov and Kasparov or something. Bishop a6, good move. Box has to be pumped after that win. E5, and now C6 is hanging. And that could be captured at some point in the not so distant future.
Those bishops cannot be underestimated. They can do a lot from the positions they're in. Rook takes e4, and everything's barely holding together.
Right, just barely. Okay. Now there's no way to win the knight. Queen d5 would be a nasty move here, and then bring the rook to d8. Again, the time disparity is pretty vast.
You know what's a nasty move? It's like queen d5. Oh.
But f5 was winning a piece, actually. It still is. No, that's a terrible move. You don't want to take that knight. You want to win it. I guess queen e7 and black is still okay.
Right. Rook e4. Man, I'm telling you, the moves that Chris comes up with are just something else.
I know. It's easy to just assume that you can't defend. Bishop c8 too. They've had individual stretches where I could absolutely confuse them for Jospin and Benjamin. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, in all seriousness.
In all seriousness. Okay, Box should probably move his queen away from e7. Avoid the pins.
Are we going to see the triple? Queen e2, rook a e1. That is always a decent thing to do. Just increase the pressure threefold.
Yeah, I think Tectone would have a name for that. He's a PogChamps participant who was known for naming various maneuvers and constructions in chess.
Yeah, I almost, lament the fact that I know what things are called, because that just ruins all the joy of seeing it for the first time and being like, oh yeah, that looks like a smokestack. Yeah, that's
Or
what that is.
yeah. This is a yeah.
Oh, things go backwards.
Take that rook. Chris sees like rook e4, but hesitates before taking the rook.
I think
he might go rook a1.
Yeah, this is such a good move anyway.
Yeah, that rook on d2 just chilling there.
We need queen d7 by bot. Oh.
Okay, rook takes c6.
Yep. So
now he's got to play queen takes.
Queen for 2 rooks is a good trade, but he might have just sort of forgot that, like, oh, I actually lost the bishop in that trade as well.
Right.
Rook
takes
c1.
c7. Right. I mean, if you blundered it once and it was now it's like a further distance away from the queen, so it's even less likely it would be captured.
I mean, it's just borrowed time. Once you've blundered your rook, it may as well be off the board. So you can just hang it from that moment on.
So Chris does realize that the queen can go down that diagonal, but careful now. Move your king or your queen, but not your bishop.
Or your bishop to a very specific square.
Bishop b5.
Yeah.
Oh, bishop a5. Oh.
Queen c4
Queen c4 was the best move. Again.
The best move. Yeah. Period.
Now queen a6 and go after that pawn. She plays queen a6 or a classy move like a4.
Right. Yeah. I think he's really looking to try to coordinate the queen and bishop here. Let's see the bishop move.
Bishop b6.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
See bishop a5 to stop rook e1 check.
Oh my goodness, the in between move.
All right, now bishop c3.
Wait, these are all.
This guy needs to write a book on chess technique. Queen takes c6. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, now queen takes f6.
He's so good.
Unbelievable.
King h6, queen h4. What do you think?
Right. If that happens, okay, he's probably pre-move taking the rook.
He had me go in there for a sec.
Queen h4. We know he has a little bit of trouble with that final mating move.
That is true.
It's a very common problem, actually. But g4 is not.
Oh, that will help.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, I think Box should go rook c5 and take the queen at that rate.
Yes. The rook's invincible. That was the one that was supposed to be lost.
Chris needs to not blunder his queen. That is the only. What about queen g3, f3, and then queen g4, flagging it? Yeah.
Nice. He finally wins the.
Box.
Okay, but there's 3 moves coming. When you have 20 seconds, your opponent has 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Could have been stalemate there.
Yeah, literally.
King h2.
F3, king h2. So many stalemates. But,
right. Why would you go king h2 on second thought?
Like, honestly, it is a deserved point. Like, Chris is sort of overdue for a point the way he's been playing, the way that I see it. But Boxbox, it doesn't matter how you collect your points because he's been flagging. He's been playing really, really well in terms of the time at the end, but he needs to play faster overall. It flicks at the end.
Clearly, he's capable of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he waits until he has 5 seconds to start pre-moving. Okay, so they're getting into an end game where white is slightly better. White's got the 2 bishops and good central control, but nothing tragic has happened. This is not what's going to decide the game. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. We've seen this before, and he's going to play e6 now. But I've been mentioning that I think he's delaying this e pawn moving to e6 for way too long. And if white ever played d5, the space he would gain from that would be probably be overwhelming.
Right now, rook e8 could be considered hitting that bishop.
I don't think it was considered remotely.
Right now,
not even like close. Oh no!
Oh! Why they are playing so well, but they are not capturing each other's pieces. I mean, mostly Chris is not capturing Boxbox pieces.
Yeah, because believe me, when Chris hangs them, Boxbox captures all of them.
Yeah, he really does, and that's one of the reasons the match is closer than it would seem to be based on the quality of play.
Right. It's sort of like in tennis they have unforced errors, but there's also a stat of like conversions, like. When you have a winner to hit in tennis, like how many winners do you have? And I think Boxbox is hitting a lot of winners, put it that way.
He can hit another winner with f takes g6 check. But instead he went knight b5, and I don't know if he planned his route out. I mean,
It's still there, but I don't think either of them realizes it's check.
yeah. Maybe he'll just take it by accident and then realize that it's check later.
That's what I mean. Like, he's gonna.
He did blunder his. There we go.
There's a reason.
He's probably he's probably pre-moved like rook hf1 or something, because he thought it would take back.
He's trying to grab it.
Bishop g5, rook hf1. Chris has dug himself into a slightly difficult spot here.
Bishop g5, bishop h6.
Those bishops are just mowing down all of Black's pieces. Oh. See, Box, he takes the free stuff. And
look at this. Oof. He can't move. It's full paralysis.
And he can, but it would just involve blundering the rest of your pieces. Yeah, this is a depressing position. He might just resign here. Chris does resign. I think he's classy.
He's a resigner.
He's one of those notorious resigners. Those people.
It's honestly a position you could resign in, and I don't think anyone would look at you different.
No. Yeah, this is unenviable. But the sad thing is he's probably going to lose his d7 knight too. Okay, no, Box is going to trade it.
Keeping it simple. He's up material. He knows what to do.
The easiest is just to go after the h pawn, then move the rook aside and promote.
Chris is doing the right stalemate type of stuff, though. He's putting the king on the side of the board and checkmating himself. Oh, okay. Didn't want the mate.
No, he wants to leave Black with at least a pawn.
Nice. I like this. Go to.
I like king b3, king a2. No, wrong way.
Always go and hide around your opponent's pieces.
Right. It's hard to smoke that king out when it's on a1. Okay, now he resigned. He decided to go to d5 and then as a sort of final wish.
He made his point.
Right. 7 minutes to go, and the match is tied 5-5. All three matches have been close.
That's true. That's true. Even though the first match had a 3-game differential, when all was said and done, we know that it was just 1-game differential. And, as the match was already confirmed over near the end, the match just started to slip away. So it's really been one game separating everybody.
Yeah, it's all come down to the bullet, which I love to see. Okay, this is actually a theoretical line, bishop c5.
This is the actual Scotch.
Right, it is. And now Black has to be careful because this is exactly what I was afraid. Okay, again, Chris doesn't take the free pieces. Knight takes c6.
And again,
it's still there. That bishop is just chilling on c5.
Pawn takes d5.
I've noticed something about the way in which Chris doesn't take free pieces. Rather than taking them, he attacks them with another piece. Like he did that in the last game, right? Box hung a bishop on g4, and Chris attacked it with a pawn rather than just taking it.
Right.
Okay, so he took. Chris ends up down a pawn,
and his bishop's hanging, which, okay, it's not the simplest thing to see because it was uncovered from d8, but I think
he'll move it or defend it. He just doesn't want you to address the problem, right? Please don't take with the queen.
Yeah, this is a great decision.
Box just needs to plant the bishop on d5, and it'll be a Russian grandmaster's dream. f5, f4, f3.
Yeah, and Chris, well aware of that, obviously. Bishop c4 first to take that diagonal.
Yeah, now queen g5 looking good. Queen f6. These are the moments where Box takes a little bit too long, though.
That's a good quick move.
It was queen d7. I suggested 2 of the other squares on that diagonal, but maybe he wants e3.
Rook d8, rook e8. I mean, when in doubt, just put those damn rooks in the 2 central files. That will almost always be a good thing to do.
And he does, after an extensive think.
Right. And Chris, for example, played rook fe1 without evaluating the repercussions of rook ad8. He played it in like 3 seconds. That's what you need to do. Look at the time, just 1 minute.
No, absolutely. And all credit to Chris. Whoever Chris has worked with, if he worked with the coach, has done a great job, because you can see Chris has all the fundamentals. He doesn't make any moves. Let me take the opposite standpoint. He makes a lot of moves that show an understanding what's going on in the position. He needs some tactical work, but I've been very impressed with his play.
Yeah, and he definitely feels like a player that when his position is working, he makes it work so well. But when his position is not working, it just
right. Oh,
crumbles.
Speaking of not working, just as you were saying,
crumbles. Like it.
And now he won't
the
take
hugest
the
blunders you've ever seen.
Right. It's like he does everything full on. He never blunders a pawn. It's like always a queen.
Yeah, something like massive.
And now like everything else is about to just crumble. Yeah. Okay. Bishop b4, rook d2 though.
Rook takes e3, bishop takes h7.
Right. That's how he's going to win the queen back. Except queen g5 might be a slight problem.
No, it's going to be c takes b4.
C or f5, allowing bishop d5.
Definitely big cb4 energy. Oh, what a
whoa! Look at you. I mean, queen g. I would sleep easier at night if you move the queen, but
no,
he's gonna play bc just out of spite. No,
yeah, just to leave it there. Well, Boxbox noticed the only thing that could have gone wrong in the position, and
in fact, you know what was hilarious about that is White's only legal move was to take the queen. So Chris only captures pieces when he absolutely has to.
And the other thing was that I just finished saying, Daniel noticed the only thing that could have gone wrong in the position, and I could conclude that sentence with, and then he played it.
Right. C2. Box probably thought that was made, and he just took his hands off the mouse. All right.
And it's the worst feeling because you play it, and when the mate doesn't pop up, you're like, oh no, I've done something.
Yeah, no, it's sometimes there's a little lag between when it pops up, when you mate and when it pops up. And those are the most stressful 5 milliseconds you'll ever have.
Yeah. And sometimes the lag is 20 seconds long.
Whoa,
and
Box,
you lose your queen.
He also just blundered his rook. Okay, he's got 12 seconds, but still.
But it's amazing. Like the piece has to be like served up, you know, like a side of asparagus. It has to be so hanging, and for Chris to take it.
Brushed with olive oil and garnished with peppercorns. You have to really.
Everything.
Rook g5 would cut off the king. That's the most efficient manner. You could also go after the queenside pawns. Whatever he does, just move.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a little bit stressed out. He's taking unholy amounts of time on these moves. There we go.
That's a good move. H6, throw a spanner in the works. Although I think at this point, Box is gonna.
Yeah, he's just gonna flag.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to pre-move. Okay, or he's gonna promote his pawn. Okay, rook g7 was a very smart move.
Yeah, give a check.
And with 1 minute to go in the 3-minute portion, they're going to have time for one more game. Still, it's going to come down to the bullet.
Don't be so sure. No, they have to get the rematch in.
Right. That is actually the hardest part for them. Rather, it's not even the moves.
There we go. So yeah, as you said, we have one more game, and such a crucial game. Like we're often set up this way at the end of segments with a 1-game lead. Chris is up 6-5. And it means this game is so important. A tied match or a 2-game lead makes the world of difference.
It really does, especially with a relatively short bullet section. It's 15 minutes long. Given that they probably will play 8 games in between playing each other, it's probably enough time for 2 games.
Yeah, just a back-to-back.
All right. Bishop b4, good development here. Box likes to push that f-pawn at some point. He'll probably... Okay, that's not very advisable. That way you have to give up your light squared bishop, which is the soul of White's position.
Solid opening. This is a Boxbox special. He loves this e4, knight c3, knight ge2 with a fianchetto.
Oh, yeah. I think Levy taught him that in the beginning, but he's added his own unique twist on it. I'm not sure it's exactly how I would play this opening, but he's got his systems.
Yeah, he's in winner stays and you're not. That's all I know.
Right, exactly. That's all that matters. Yeah,
The
I'm just a
facts are
hater.
presented.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, but
All right, that
taking
bishop
the
on
light
d5
square
should be
bishop.
captured. Oh, and then rook e1. Oof.
That should be just removed from the board.
Yeah, there's something about that arrangement of the queen and the pawn that's giving me heart palpitations.
And this is one of those moments where play f4. It's one of those moments where you play f4.
Or it's about time.
f5 is a nice way to meet that, just because you give yourself a protected pass pawn, and there's no other way to attack that e pawn.
Black could have taken en passant. I have a funny story about that. My very first rated tournament, fun fact is it's the one where Voy actually played. It was some California first grade championship, and we were all like 400, 500.
Voy
so
played in your first rated tournament.
Yeah, it was like a whole big deal when he discovered that.
That's crazy.
Like apparently we even hung out at that tournament. I don't remember that.
Apparently, I pushed him into a locker and took his money.
Right, exactly. So I bullied him, and this is discovered 15 years later. And now I'm
kidding, obviously.
Yeah, right. No, I would never. So yes, I got away with it. So basically, I was playing a game, and I distinctly remember this. I played a move like f4, and my opponent took a pawn that was on its initial square, e7, and put it on f3 and removed my pawn from the board. And he said en passant. I'm not entirely sure about the rules, but I'm pretty sure that is not how en passant works. He thought
huge move from Boxbox, by the way.
Yeah, bishop takes e4. Anyways, it led to arbiters got involved, but yeah, it was just a funny moment. All right, Box is up a queen, as in the last game. You know what happened in the last game, though?
Oh God, yeah.
He found a way to blunder it.
Don't remind me and don't remind him.
The problem is that rook on e8 is undefended. White could even play bishop takes g5 or queen g6. Wow. This one, he's determined not to give up.
Yeah, that drives the point home. Made in 2.
3. You're wrong.
Well, queen h8.
Now it's made in 2.
Queen h8, queen h7.
Oh yeah, you are right, but that's a little bit. That even I didn't see that. Not saying much.
Wow.
And there it is.
Great conversion.
A win for Boxbox, and they have gone neck and neck as the score after the 3-minute segment is up is 6-6. Literally. Once again, for the third match today, it will all be decided in the bullet. It's getting late, but please do not go anywhere. You do not want to miss 15 more minutes of winner stays to decide the winner. We'll be right back with a final segment of today's event. Welcome back to the FIDE World Championship. We've got very tense position here in game 2 between Magnus and Nepo. Just kidding. Welcome back to Winner Stays. I think it's late to the point where most people are probably nodding their heads saying, yeah. We've got a match here between Boxbox and Chris Ramsay. Very impressive quality of play. The score, it's 6-6. We've got 15 minutes of 1+0 bullet to play. Buckle your seatbelts, fastened and mandatory. We're about to see the absolute showdown, the final segment of today's event. Let's do this.
This 1-0, no increment. We've talked about this leading up to the bullet, which is that we've seen, glimpses of both players because they've had to pre-move and they've both had seconds on the clock in the blitz portion, but it's all different in bullet. Like you'd agree, Danielle, 1 minute game down to flagging is a lot different than a 5-minute game down to flagging. You're just not conditioned.
Definitely. But I'm going to repeat something I said. Bishop F3 there would have been interesting. Whoa. I'm going to repeat something I said earlier, which is that inexperienced bullet players often overcompensate. They pre-move, they play too quickly. You don't really need to pre-move anything until you have 20, 15 seconds. It can be counterproductive and lead to a lot of blunders. But so far, I like what I see from Chris. And I like what I see from Box. Both of them are clearly trying their hardest to make that adjustment. Pretty high level game here, 93.
Honestly.
Just go immediately. And Block should go rook F2 here. He's got to be very careful. Oh! Walks into the 4. He walked right into that. Oh, he knows better than that. Knight takes head. Knight is mopping everything. King B8, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Still not over?
Not at all. King is now going to castle kingside.
But look at the clock. 15-second difference, and that's going to be a killer.
And that is what we expected. However, Boxbox might simply get to the end of this game, realize what happened, and adjust going forward, or at least he should.
He absolutely should. He's down to 13 seconds. Chris has over half of his time left, and the bishop is trapped. He is outplaying him on the board and on the clock.
Yep.
First game will go to Chris, unless he blunders both of his rooks in the next 2 milliseconds.
Well, at least the thing we know about Chris is if he blunders one of them, the second one is soon to follow.
It is coming, yeah. When you pull the brick out, the structure topples with Chris.
Oh, he doesn't even, he's just flagging. Let's go.
Yep. Professional technique.
20 seconds, that's going to be the difference.
Box is, you can really tell what he's trying to do, but he's got that F pawn. No stalemate on the cards. Man, I miss the days when I would gain 130 points for a win.
I also looked at that longingly.
Right. Do you remember?
Yeah, Chris has got this center game kind of on lock, like queen d4, queen e3. To even put the queen on e3, I feel like that's not something you do without some knowledge.
I don't know if e5 might intimidate Box, but he's got rook e8 in the end. Not immediately though. Now f4, d6 though.
No, of course not.
No, he's butchering this completely. Knight g4 is going to go. This is still dangerous as long as White's king is in the center.
Yeah, knight.
You should put something on the e file.
There's going to be a coordination. He needs to play d6 now.
Yeah, there's going to be an issue with the pieces, as they say in Russian. No.
That's an issue.
That's not going. Oh. No! He literally is allergic to Boxbox pieces.
Maybe rook g5?
Rook takes g2. Gosh, knight takes d5.
Finally.
Finally.
97?
Bishop takes 97.
Knight f4.
He's going to move rook f2.
Knight f4.
Oh,
wow.
He sees the harder of the 2 forking moves.
The bishop can take the rook, but surely that won't happen.
Wow, he's outdoing himself on rook e1.
Okay, well,
wow, look at that technique.
Seriously speaking, if Chris starts to take the amount of pieces that Boxbox is hanging, this match will it will just balloon.
Let me correct you, Aman. If he starts to take 1/4 of the pieces Boxbox is hanging, which he did in this game, the match is already kind of ballooning out of control.
Yeah. Boxbox did play this game a lot faster, but as a result of playing faster, he suffered with the accuracy.
Blundered more pieces. Now, I'm not resting easy here.
No, certainly not.
There's a lot of pawns. Monka S.
Oh, man. Rook takes a7 is so close to
stalemate. Stalemate.
There's only 6 seconds.
Yeah, but there's 2 pawns. We saw one of these games go Boxbox's way. Oh, he's doing really well. Check. Look at the exquisite technique. Rook d7. And
wow,
0.9. Oh, he cut that way too close. but he wins the second game. Boxbox down by 2. He's digging himself a hole. He needs to win this one.
Yep, this one is so important.
As Mr. Llama will tell you, you can go down by 5 with 3 minutes left in the match and come back.
Yeah, seriously. He needs to, well, Boxbox needs to take a page out of his book right now. Okay, we must capture that. Watch out for the bishop.
Right, exactly. The moment anything is hanging. Bishop G4. Okay, good. You took 10 seconds on that. G5, excellent move. And if Box castles, then that H pawn going to go through. Bishop B4 pin. C3. C3 has to be played. He's taking too long. These are the moves he needs to play instantly.
Bishop A5, so good.
Chris is playing this like a bullet pro.
Seriously.
I'm not being sarcastic. No.
No joke. He's playing fast, and every single move for look, he's up 20 seconds. He got almost.
I'm going to ask him. And knight e5, sinking the knight onto the square.
Oh.
We can. Oh! Oh, he took it.
Oh no! There he takes that one.
Fried queen. Here you go. It's like, you know, those restaurants where they serve you the dish in a metal container with a top on and they take it off. Fried queen. There we go. Served up with sprinklings of caviar. 95 is made.
Yeah. Oh God.
This is hard to watch.
King A6.
B6 defending the bishop. Oh, Box lost on time. He was almost all the way there to A7.
Yeah, he was almost boxed in.
Right, boxed in. You started and abandoned that when you realized that it was not worth the trip.
I just let it fall off.
Okay, Chris is playing E5 earlier and earlier. It's not any better of a move, but Box is not punishing it in the right way.
That's
Knight G4 is a good move. Queen E2, Queen E4, maybe F5. Oh, don't castle. Well, I just realized that it was mate.
He might castle. Okay, Queen H4. At least we know he's not castling.
Again, the time situation is not Boxbox's friend. Oh,
Fried queen.
Exactly. Grilled queen. There it is.
Oh, he castled as well. Oh no.
This will not go into Boxbox's greatest games collection.
Everything went wrong. Everything.
I think we need to invite Shekar 63 or whatever. Well, they're not rematching. That was a hilarious sequence. Queen H3 just sticking it right in that spot.
So Chris Ramsay in Chess.com chat says good game after that one, and Boxbox says, "Oh, is that the last one? Good game." So they both think it's over.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes. Enough. All right. Applause. There we go. 7.5 minutes. Now, jokes aside, this is enough to make a comeback. But Box, he's got to play with more confidence. He's got to play with more speed. He's getting inside his own head. And Chris is playing amazing right now.
By the way, just a pro tip. If ever Boxbox wants to win Chris's entire queen, just play Queen E2 after Queen E5 check.
Right, exactly. That's what I said at the very start during the 5-minute portion.
It's been free for like an hour.
He's free moving that move. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. And Box likes endgames too, so it's a win-win. Again, 10 seconds behind.
Oh. Fried queen.
There's C3, Queen B3.
Oh,
Queen B3. I would go quickly. Yep, there it is. B6, Queen B5, maybe. Box might still lose this game on time.
Yes, that's the thing, is that no matter what, win, lose, good position, bad position, hanging queen, no hanging queen, Chris plays quick. And that is like his biggest asset in the bullet. That's why he's doing so well. Yeah,
knight takes d4. If a rook can appear on the 7th rank, mate will be threatened. Oh.
Voila.
There it is. Baguette and Queen 67. Yes, that's right.
A little petit checkmate for you. There we go.
Mate with haricots vert.
Yeah, this is like one of those...
fresh in Montreal.
one of those dishes where like it's so fancy that they've got like this huge dish and just a very small like cucumber in the middle with a drizzle on it.
I have when I was at a tournament in Benasque, Spain, I got a GM norm. So on the last day, my mom and I go to like the fanciest restaurant in the village. And they're very famous for gazpacho, which is a Spanish cold tomato soup. Gazpacho is great. Mm-hmm. The gazpacho we had in the regular restaurants, big heaping bowl of gazpacho. So I order gazpacho in this fancy restaurant. I think my logic is if it costs 40 euros rather than 20, it's going to be twice as much gazpacho. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So it comes in this huge bowl. And in the middle, there's a little opening and there's like a teaspoon of gazpacho in there. And it didn't taste any better than the ones you get in the simple restaurants.
Yep.
In the meantime, Chris has already won a piece and committed 2 trips around the world in 80 days.
True. Queen C4.
Yep. This time, the time a little bit closer together, but
yes,
Chris can turn on the jets at any moment.
Boxbox has the ability to hang his entire queen all the time.
Right, which he just did again.
Just did.
How many Motes gambits have we seen?
Boxbox uses queen hang. It's super effective.
I think that, and wait, there's more. Order a queen hang now, and you're going to get this flashlight for free. Just pay shipping and handling. All right. Now, the funny thing, Aman, I would advance is that Box has it in him to play fast.
Oh, disconnected.
Disconnected. Oh, the internet. Oh, my God. Box might win this. And that would be unbelievable.
Oh, the internet gambit.
Unbelievable. Wait a second. Don't go anywhere. It's a 2-point game. It's a 2-point match with 4 minutes to go. They've got the time. Box has to continue winning, though.
In the most unlikeliest of situations, he got a W, and that might be all he needs to kickstart this victory march.
This is mind-boggling. It has Samay Raina versus Mr. Llama vibes. You could not script this better in Hollywood.
But Chris is doing the, like, yeah, it seemed to have disconnected. Yeah, just let that match clock keep ticking there, guys.
Right, exactly. All right.
Okay,
another
Queenie
Scandi.
2, just one time.
Queenie 2. Box is not learning his lesson, and he's taking. He keeps toggling between D3 and D4. Oh.
Yeah.
Bishop G2 and F4. Bishop D2, maximally passive.
Bishop D6 for mate.
Yep.
Bishop
and
D6.
Then Box will play like A4.
Yes. Bishop D6, D4. Oh, okay. F4 is a fantastic move.
Knight A4, Knight E4.
Knight D4, yeah.
Bishop E3. May I propose?
You may.
Now, Chris has to decide whether he's going to give up his queen or an exchange. He goes for the exchange. I like it. I feel like Box will play queen F3 one of these days. Oh! Oh my God!
Is he going to see that it's hanging?
That it's hanging?
Queen F3
he does. Yeah, but my turn to hang the queen. I want to hang the queen first. Okay, he's got to speed up. 20. This is a must-win game. 2.5 in the match. Can Box speed it up? The H file gets open. Queen C6 would be devastating. Rook H3. King G2. Nice play. Oh, take my rook, says Chris. Oh, he takes the knight on a turn. 17 seconds.
Queen F3 is coming.
Renegade King.
He's gonna play Queen G4. He's gonna go
Rook H1. Oh, it's me. Oh, look at him go. Unbelievable comeback by Chris.
Start the game.
He basically secures it. Box has to start. He's got to win 2 in 2 minutes.
Oh, no, he can't. He can't.
No, I mean, he can, but Chris might not realize the strategy of bleeding out the clock. He's gracious. Right. Okay, he goes E5 even earlier. He went E5 on move 5, then on move 4, now on move 3. Now he's going to go E4, E5, and then White's just going to put the pawn on E5 anyway. Hilarious.
Boxbox cannot be spending time either. Like, he's using time. He's down 20 seconds. It's not.
Well, that's his PogChamps coach. I'm going to give him some crap for that.
Bishop E2, Bishop H5, mate.
Bishop H5. Yeah, the wheels have come off the king side here. Rook G6, maybe. Slight time disparity. Again, Chris is some of his immediate reaction, like he took immediately.
Yes, I agree.
Very impressive queen h5 check. He might not lose another game at this rate.
Clack's pawn structure looks like Two-Face from Batman.
Knight d4, trying to go for the quick
Queen
mate.
d5.
Knight takes d4.
Queen d5.
Now queen d5.
Huge.
Bishop g4.
Queen d5. Oh,
Okay.
what the hell is that?
Oh, I thought that was queen takes d2 was mate. No, yes. Oh my god, the queen is just hanging there. It's just literally just chilling on each
What the hell is that?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Watch this. He didn't even take the knight. Do they know how pieces capture? Oh, God.
Take f8.
Queen takes f8. Oh my god. Take a piece.
Knight c7.
Knight c7. He's knight
Forced over.
No, I think I've understood something. They will only capture a piece if it's hung with check.
It must be mandatory to take it.
In the final game, the match is decided. Very, very high level bullet portion.
Oh my
Well,
god.
you hit 11 and a half. You hit the magic number.
You ever just like take a slinky and just roll it down the stairs? That's like the eval bar.
Oh, there comes the queen, another queen.
Yeah, this is crazy.
No, I'm giving Box. Box can play better than this. I'm giving him some crap. But Chris, absolute hats off. The guy, he's got a solid foundation. He's fast. He has great instincts. He's the man. He deserves this win.
And he came in undoubtedly underrated. No question.
And there's another rook. Box is probably going to win this game. Rook e7, barring another blunder.
I would never.
A6.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
And I think that's the last one. Time is up, right?
Time is up. And the match is over. Chris Ramsay by a margin of 3. Amazing performance in the bullet segment. He defeats former PogChamps champion Boxbox to win the final game of today's event. That, folks, was winner stays, but please stay because we will have an interview with these two players on the other side of this break to round off our coverage. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back to Winner Stays. We have our participants from the final match today, Chris Ramsay and Boxbox. Chris, congratulations. That was an excellent match, excellent performance.
Thank
and
you.
we were impressed with a lot of aspects of your play, but particularly your speed in the bullet. It was like out of a cannon. Are you an experienced bullet player? How did you get that speed and confidence going the entire match?
So if you notice, I just did the same opening over and over because I couldn't think of another opening as too fast for me. Like I used to play chess a lot as a kid, but never play with a clock. And so not even 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute. And this is a first for me playing bullet. So it was, I was just going with instinct at that point.
I mean, that's what bullet chess is, right? It's a lot of instincts. So that's probably a good idea. And I mean, speaking of the same opening over and over again, Boxbox, what did you make of this Scandinavian line? It was like E4, D5. You played it probably 10 or 20 times. And a lot of the times it looked like you were winning a piece pretty early.
I really hated the opening. I didn't get to do my game plan ever. I feel like I was always playing into his prep. I couldn't think of any like good moves to keep doing my opening though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also, sorry.
Oh, I just wanted to push my pawns in, but I never got the chance.
We got the chance a few times, but I think Chris always managed to complicate it. I had a question for you, Boxbox. Do you feel like the increment that you played with in PogChamps, did that mess with you a little bit playing, 10+5 or whatever PogChamps was and now playing without the increment? Do you feel like that was sort of on your mind, the time pressure? There are a couple of games that were decided by the clock.
Yeah, I was not used to it. I felt like a good amount of the games came down to time management, where there was one game where I had a queen versus a pawn and I ran out of time. I was so sad. Mm-hmm. I tried to pre-move a victory and lost anyway. Yes, I am definitely used to 10+5. I am bad at making moves under time pressure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Same.
I mean, you guys already hinted at it right before we went live, but I won't be shy to say that there were a fair few blunders that Danny and I caught during this match, especially in the bullet. Chris, I mean, things were flying. Queens, it seemed like you were allergic to taking. Boxbox would hang his queen. You weren't having it. You'd hang your queen. Boxbox wasn't having it.
we had a mutual understanding to just leave her queens alone, I guess.
That's what it seemed like. I wasn't in on it. I didn't get the memo.
The disappearing queen. Well, it was a really entertaining match, all of the segments, and we know it's really, really late, so we don't want to keep you any further, but Boxbox, Chris, thank you so much for an awesome match. That was super entertaining.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
And big fans of both of you, so keep doing what you're doing. Watch your streams. They're awesome, so thanks for the encouragement.
And good luck, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
GG's Boxbox.
All right.
Chris.
Bye. Have a great night, guys. All right. Well, 3 matches are in the books. It was a long day. It was an entertaining day. We had Jose Martinez in the master section defeat Benjamin Buck, 11.5, 8.5. Then we had a crazy epic match between Samay, Raina, and Mr. Llama.
Yeah.
1 point victory by Samay. What a match that was. An epic comeback by Mr. Llama, but clutch performance in that final game. And just now, we saw the magician, Chris Ramsay, pull out 12-9 victory. Very confident, very cool against Boxbox. A great day of action. The winner stays. We have 3 winners today, and 3 very deserving winners indeed. Aman, any final thoughts? What a whirlwind 6 hours this was.
It really was. I mean, I feel like today had everything. You know, it it really had some of the best chess right at the start, some of the most entertaining chess right at the end. I was really having such a good time with the commentary, watching it. I mean, the players were not only very impressive at times, but also very unimpressive at times, leaving free queens and everything. So, I mean, we loved every bit of it, the highs and the lows. For those that did stick with us, you know, over all 6 hours, shout out to you. You're a trooper. And Danny, it's been awesome commentating, but it's been a long day.
It has. And likewise, Aman, really enjoyed commentating with you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to our producers, making sure everything is seamless behind the scenes. And Winner Stays is in the books for this month. We wish everyone a great night. Thank you for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed all of the matches, and we will see you very soon at the next event. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and goodbye.
Bye for now.
Three, two, one.